racer. I thought it's been a while since I've done a pickup video. I think it's been about 6 months, so I thought, it's about time that I did one, because over those past 6 months I've been pretty busy. Firstly, I've grown a lot of facial hair, as you can see, so it's a bit of a different look for me. I've also been collecting a lot more games as well. So the first lot I'm going to show you in this video is going to be the Sega Saturn. So I just acquired a Sega Saturn console, had a bunch of games with it, so I got quite a good deal on that. And I've been buying a few more games to top that up. What I'm going for on the Saturn, it's mainly going to be PAL games, just specific to the Sega Saturn. So if it's available on PS1, I'll get it on PS1. So I'm just going really for all the Sega exclusives on the Saturn. So I'll start off with the list. There are a few more I do need to still get, but I'm gradually getting there. So we'll go in alphabetical order. I think it's in alphabetical order. Got Daytona USA. So great game in the arcade. I remember the force feedback on the steering on this, it would rip your arms off. It was unlike anything else that we'd ever experienced at the time. On the home ports, it's pretty good, decent port. Again, you don't have the same resolution on the screen that you had in the arcade, but back in the day I wouldn't say that's something I really noticed anyway. But still, it's a great racer to have. It's not one of my favourites, but all the same, it's still a great one to have because I remember it in the arcade. Next up, I've got F1 Challenge. Again, this is a Sega F1 game. I'm guessing this would have come out to counteract F1 on the PS1 back in the day. But yeah, not a bad little arcade F1 racer really, so it's worth a look. It's not too expensive on eBay, it wasn't when I got it. So what we've got here is Fighting Vipers. So this uses the Virtua Fighter 2 game engine, but adds to that by using having walled arenas that can be destroyed in the gameplay. Plus the characters also have an armour dynamic to their damage, so pretty good pickup that. So again, the Saturn's not really short on good beat 'em ups, so that's worth looking at. Another one I've got is Last Bronx. So this was a later release on the Saturn. Again, like Virtua Fighter 2, except uses weapons, so very similar to Soul Calibur in that way, I guess. Next up's Manx TT Superbike, and that needs no introduction. In the arcade you had the great big superbikes that you could sit on. Absolutely amazing game, and it's not a bad conversion really. It's a bit twitchy with the digital controls, but I do believe you could use the 3D joystick with it that came with the Sega Knights. And also I believe you can use a steering wheel, which is a bit odd with it, but that can just give you analog control. So I've not tried it doing that yet. Of course, Sega Rally, possibly one of the best dirt racers available. It still holds up to this day. The driving dynamics of the car, the feeling of the handling, the suspension, it basically just is a highlight of all the good things that Rally has to offer, all in one little package. And it just, still holds up today. It still impresses me. Never get bored of it. And in my local arcade in Nottingham, Namco, they used to have the deluxe Sega Rally cabinet in there with the hydraulics, and I remember first going on that, just blew me away. It was absolutely amazing, out of this world. Your oversteering, power sliding, that Toyota Celica or the Lancia Delta. But yeah, that has very fond memories of that for me. I'm sure it has for many of you as well. Next up, Sega Touring Cars. Again, this is very twitchy, in fact more twitchy than Manx TT with the digital pad, so ideally you want to use a 3D controller for this one. I have got the wheel for it, so I've tried it with that, but I do find those wheels very ropey. It's an old Logic 3 top drive wheel, so it doesn't give you much feel, you don't get any feedback from it, so very different to what we're used to nowadays, but still great pickup, and it was great in the arcades. As you can see, got the game on the TV there. Next up, I've got Virtua Fighter. So I've got Virtua Fighter 1 and 2. My favourite is definitely Virtua Fighter 2. Got a lot more textures on the characters, but the Virtua Fighter 1, I do still have a fond spot for that. It's still got it's just those old polygonal graphics just that you don't really see nowadays. some people say they're a bit ropey, but I just like the look and feel of it. So it's a bit Cybertruck-like, isn't it? You either love it or hate it. So the Virtua Fighter 2, reasonably good arcade conversion. I mean, the one bit I was disappointed with is the river stage. You're not floating down the river as it was in the arcade, so they obviously couldn't manage to do that on the Saturn version. But other than that, great game, great fighter. And the last one that I picked up is Wing Arms. So this passed me back in the day. It's a bit like a 3D 1942 game, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So you get to fly World War II style aircraft. It's a bit like a 3D setting of that game, basically, but definitely worth picking up and reasonably priced on eBay. It was when I picked it up. So yeah, that's it for Sega Saturn pickups at the minute. As I say, I'm just going to be collecting all of the Sega exclusives to the Saturn in the PAL region. So a few more on my list that I'm looking at, obviously, is the Panzer Dragoon series 1 and 2. The Saga one, that's a little bit expensive on eBay. I think that's like £350 last time I saw. But again, I might still consider that. Also Die Hard Arcade, that's also on my list. That was an exclusive to the Saturn, and don't confuse it with Die Hard Trilogy. So you know, it's actually a great beat 'em up. Very similar to Fighting Force on the PS1. And yeah, there's a few other little bits and bobs I need to pick up for it, but no, I'm really enjoying the Saturn. I think it's a great console, and I'm enjoying Sega in general. So I'm also doing a lot of pickups for the Sega Mega Drive. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's game_racer. You'll see a lot more updates on there. So I'm constantly updating, you know, every 2 or 3 days. Over Christmas I did one Mega Drive game every day on the run up to Christmas. So yeah, got a lot of interest in that. But again, if you want to see previews of stuff before they come on the channel, head over to my Instagram page. There is a link in the bio on YouTube. So you know, head on over there and have a look if you're into that. Okay guys, hope you like that little look at the Saturn collection that I've acquired over the past 6 months. As I say, there's plenty more pickup videos to come because I've been very busy over the last 6 months collecting a lot more games, a few more consoles, you know, so there's plenty more to see. So I will be doing more videos like this as time goes on. So no, I'd like to say thanks for watching the videos. I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel as well. So I'm on 41 subscribers. So you know, very, very slowly moving up. But no, I'm doing it more. It's more as a hobby, this channel. So it's nice to, you know, share the collections that we've got and communicate to other YouTubers as well with similar interests. So yeah, one of the first people to reach out to me was Co-Jonas DeLoro. You know, he gave me a lot of encouragement to start with, and that encouraged me to carry on doing this. So I'd like to say a big thank you to him. Another one was RetroTech 100 as well. He was very supportive also and offered help and assistance if ever I required it. So great guy. I'll put links to them on the bottom of this channel as well. And more recently, there's AGIMA 500 from Australia. So he's massively into his Amiga computers. He's recently acquired a Batman pack. So I'll put a link to his channel on the description below as well. So it's well worth a look if you're into your Amigas. And I say, yeah, he's given me a lot of support as well, and I've tried to give that back also. So yeah, I feel it's a great community, the retro gaming community and computers as well. So yeah, I'd like to say, so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing. As I say, it does encourage me to make more videos. So thanks for watching.